back with some more arrow building stuff. These are the NuFletch igniters. Genevieve, what color are these?
These are green.
You like the green, I am told. I'm just going to open up this little package. I hate plastic packages like this. I really do, but it is what it is. It's the world we live in. But these are NuFletch Ignitor Nocks. They are a flat knock. You can zoom in on that if you want. Of the style that Excaliburs like. Genevieve happens to be an Excalibur shooter at this point, and for that reason, I think she might like to have these on her little arrows that we are building right here. We just glued in some inserts. There should be a video up there. Yeah, these are way too loose. Do you see that?
Oh.
We were wondering about whether we could just stick them in there and leave them in there, but that ain't gonna
I
work.
mean, you could.
You could, but you ain't going to find them after you shoot them. So we're going to glue them in place with the JB Weld. I mixed 2 parts. 1 part white, 1 part black, equal parts, made it gray. Imagine that. It made it gray. Can you imagine? It just turned out gray. But that's perfect. I am going to take our ready mixed formulae of this good stuff, and we're just going to glob it on.
Glob it on.
Real good. You don't really want to glob it on. And the reason you don't want to glob it on is because it's just going to be wasted. You just need a film on this and fill in the little crevices, right? That's what we're trying to do. Fill in the little crevices. Enough that it'll go down the shaft good and glue this in place and stay there. And I think it will. It seems to have done that on the front. We've done this before, so this isn't something new. But here is arrow number 1. And before we do it, Genevieve, same thing I did last time. Same thing I did last time. I'm going to set that guy down. Try and get the thickest of this off my fingers. That stuff it'll leave a little bit of a film everywhere if you're not careful. But we're going to take our little tool here. This is from a barrel cleaning tool. It just happens to be the right size. I don't know which caliber I'm using. But we're going to clean that out real good, and I'll get these other 2 guys while we are at it. I have the gloves on here because of the, isn't that a good looking knock? Look at that insert. Not a knock. But isn't that good? That's a good looking little insert. But I've got the gloves on because this JB Weld can be nasty stuff. I'm going to grab another Q-tip right here. And we'll give this a good clean out here. Put that right. Ta-da. We'll get the other end of it like that. Like so. But you want to get the dust out of there. That's always good because with a little bit of acetone or acetone on the Q-tip, or nail polish remover, Genevieve calls it. But by doing this, you're cleaning the dust and debris out of there. These were not glued in Nocks before. We just took the Luminox out of them. They were sold to us with Luminox installed. I will do a separate video on why we're switching from the Luminox to these NuFletch igniters, right? Yeah, the igniters. I do like them. I've tried Luminox, I have tried igniters, and I have now tried Fire Nocks. And I got to tell you, out of all of them, the igniters are my favorite. All right, we're ready to install that bad boy. Now, what we're going to do, we're just going to grab it, and we're going to slide it in, just like we did, right? And now, of course, it's extremely hard to get in there, but that is what it is. And we're just going to press that in place, and it'll turn on, of course, because that's what it wants to do, because it is a not lighted knock. We're going to grab one of these. And the
nice
key
and
is,
bright, though.
Oh, they're nice and bright. They actually, for some reason, and I don't understand this, the green actually lasts like 3 times as long as the red. I don't understand why. Now, we're using green for Miss Genevieve. She likes her green Nocks, right?
Yeah.
Zombie green, or whatever you want to call it. When I was a kid, I called it Kawasaki Racing Green. Because Kawasaki motorcycles always have these fancy green trim, right? But now I think your Nocks that is what you want. So these don't matter in terms of all right, I'm going to leave it on for now, and we'll take them off when I take my gloves off. But I think you're going to be okay there, okay? And I am also going to clean your arrows when I'm done, because there's a film of, Lindy, I can't pet you right now. Your cat's over here. Why don't you swing over and show him the cat? Look at that cat. Get right down there and show him that cat, kid.
Are you helping? Oh, hi!
Well, hello there, Miss Lindy. Genevieve, this is a crossbow.
You like crossbows?
Here's what I'm doing. Right there, I took this out. I'm going to do that on these other 2. I'm going to take them both out But there's the guts of these little bad boys. What I like about these, I'll just explain this real quick. That's what the knock, the light, and the look at this instrumentation. All of that goes right up in that plastic knock. And the insert, I like the fact that there's an insert. Look at that little insert. Doesn't weigh very much, not a big deal. But the nice thing about an insert like this is that it contains all of that stuff, and it provides a little bit more strength, I believe, once it's glued in place with JB Weld or whatever product you want to use. I like the JB Weld, like I said in the other video. This set's real slow. It's easy to work with. It's the hardest and toughest. Like, you're not getting these out. These aren't coming out. But I don't want them to come out, right?
Yeah.
We don't want them to come out.
I like these because you can turn them off with your fingers.
I do like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's a fact. So, but when I slide this in here, see, the thing is, when this is glued in place, I do believe that this is providing a little bit more strength on the butt of the arrow as well. I said butt. But it is it is a good thing, I think, because that strength, now you've got the entire strength of your string pressing against this nice cylinder that is now glued in place and adding structural integrity and strength to the end of the arrow. That is now glued in place, and it's a lot more strength. When you've just got the carbon, the Luminox wants to push up just against the carbon. I don't have a problem with Luminox. Do not get me wrong. I have used Luminox for a decade. That's a fact. Can you believe that? It's been like a decade of Luminox usage. I love those things. I really do. But I got to tell you, I like this design. These were actually included on some of the spinal tabs that were gifted to me from a friend of Bunjie, and I really, really liked them. They sold me on them. I like the spinal tabs too. I do. So we're going to get the thickest of that off of there, and then we're going to slide it on there. Put that one in nice and straight. It wants to, your dad likes to, there we go. Likes to start pushing before it's in there straight. But we got to make sure you get in there nice and straight. You don't want to damage your arrow. But by gluing that in there, even if there's a little bit of an undecipherable, invisible, microscopic fracture in the end of your arrow from when I was wrestling the Nocks out of here or something, even if that's the case, I believe that this insert, when glued in place properly with JB Weld, is now creating a stronger product, a stronger arrow. Well, that's how I glue them in, the NuFletches. I'm going to do a video showing you the difference between these various things, showing you the difference between that, which is the NuFletch, right, and that. That is what your Fire Nocks look like on the inside. See, this is what Scorpion has to have, because they have to have the Q Nock, and Fire Nock here, the Ignitors from NuFletch, they don't make the Q Nock. So the Q Nock, I kind of have to use these, but man, I wish NuFletch would get around to making that Q Nock in a NuFletch style knock. That's it for putting in the knocks on Miss Genevieve's arrows. We're going to get this bad boy turned off, and until next time,
all hail Bunjie Jr.
There you go.